I'm alive.
Bonjour, hello, buongiorno, hola, konnichiwa, guten tag. You can do all sorts of, I don't know.
Oi, oi. Oh.
Any others? Good day, mate. How you doing? I'm talking to you.
I'm all good, buddy. I'm all good. I just got a message from Joe.
Oh, okay. Ignoring me already? There's only us two on the stream and you're already ignoring me. That's all right.
Yeah, mate. There's something wrong with my headphones. They keep playing up, hearing all sorts of things.
For those out there, I'm not hosting today. I think Fred is. So it might be shorter today than the other days. If that was an issue.
That cracked me up. But yeah, mate.
But yeah.
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. God, I feel hot. Do you feel hot? I feel hot.
Yeah, it's proper like muggy over here, mate. It's like this.
I've got
certain moisture all over.
I don't want this. I did put my aircon on. I don't know. It's not working or something. Is it working?
We may be joined today by a special guest. Hopefully, at some point, Jack will be able to jump in as well on his little break.
Special guest. Do you want to share who that is yet, or not yet?
No, not yet. We'll just.
Is it a surprise?
Oh yeah, let's make it a surprise. Who could it be?
Who could it be? Special quiz. Is this on or is this not on?
Oh, you're talking. You're not talking to me, are you? You're talking to your air conditioning unit.
Yeah, I'm talking to my air conditioning.
You wonder why?
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm just learning how to use it. So Mitsubishi.
It's the power button.
Yeah, I know, but there's like I can use a wide angle. I can focus it on this side. I can focus it towards the table over there.
Nice. I think just an aerial.
There's more than just the off and on button. It's
Oh, who's here?
All right. Jojo!
Hello!
You coming in?
Sorry I'm late.
Je viens de réaliser quelque chose.
I've only given 12 minutes.
Sur le truc là?
12 minutes is plenty of time.
On peut... Regarde là, on avait sur cette option là.
Fred giving us the house.
C'est-à-dire que la clé dirige vers le canapé. Mais tu peux le modifier vers le milieu, vers la droite, encore plus à droite. Ou tout.
It's all gone down.
On peut en fait...
There we go. I just muted him for a bit. Just how are you doing, Joe? You all good, buddy?
Yeah, all right.
I'm back. Sorry for the little intervention.
Try not to lose the days, but...
this is the only thing that makes me realise what day it is.
Makes me realise it's a Monday.
Oh, wait. I even looked today what the day was before. I was like, we definitely got a stream. What day is it? It's Wednesday.
Bonjour, Sebastian.
Hey, Jojo. How are you doing, my best mate?
I'm good, you?
I'm good, mate.
This is the first one where we lost by a point, right? We're doing?
Wow.
Sorry, it's not.
No, what are we doing?
We're doing the French-England group stage from 2017.
Definitely didn't lose by 1 point.
We didn't really. I lied.
We lost by a bit more than 1 point.
What? Sorry, guys. I guess we'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, anyway, that's the game, guys. Hope you like the review.
Yeah.
Now I remember
this is the first. So for people listening, first game of the World Cup. Overall, I think this was the very first game. France against England.
Really?
It was the opening game over in Carcassonne in France. Who's that? Was that Tom?
My butler bringing me tea.
Oh,
I want tea.
He didn't want to come in, though.
I think you've been brought up. Tom.
The basic idea was this game was, the very first game of the World Cup. We didn't want to show too much. We didn't want to. Everything we'd been working on, we didn't want to use it. We didn't want to show it.
Was you not trying out lineups as well?
We were trying out things, and we didn't want to use our game plan that we had, set up for the last 6 months before this World Cup. We had set up all sorts of, plays and stuff, and the whole idea was to not use them in this game. So I think that made it tough on us because we'd worked so hard on all these things we had to do, And then the mission for this game was to not do those things you've worked on, but just play to your flair, your feeling.
Yeah.
And I did think that we would do all right, but it didn't go as well as expected.
Until I came on.
Yeah. Hi, Heather.
Oh, you're right, Mama.
It's nice that you say it's nice to see Joe. I think it's nice to see Joe as well. Is it nice to see me as well? Just a question. Just sending it out there.
I mean, I can answer it now. It'll probably be a no.
Oh. I know why. It's because I say too much crap.
He's learning.
I'm learning. Anyway, so yeah, it's an interesting game because it was the first game of the World Cup, and it's interesting to see we've already done the World Cup final. So it's very interesting to see the difference of how we played the final and how we played this game.
The thing is, as well, is I think it will show how much some of the others have improved as well. Because obviously, I think we're going to do a French tour game that we did last year, at some point, just to see the difference.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's mad how they've improved because right now I can see there's already Tom.
I believe
Tom has stepped up so much.
Jack,
mate.
Wayne, Tom.
Hi Lottie, how are you doing?
Simo.
I love your message. I don't know what it means, but
What are you talking about, Fred? The starting lineup?
Heather, my name's Seb.
Starting lineup.
My name's Seb, not Fred. Wait, can you watch it? I didn't watch it. I want to watch the whole thing. Can you watch the kickoff, please?
Oh, I forgot.
No, because your mum was just saying "I love you, Seb," but she got the name accidentally wrong. She said Fred instead of Seb. So
It's a common mistake.
Common mistake. Seb's my name, though. Just Seb. Right. So on the pitch we have. So they've got a strong side. They've got Cyril on, Danny, Lionel Alazar.
How's the volume, just quickly?
Don't have any sound.
Nick, Gilles,
I don't
and
think
Mikel Gouin.
Is it? Oh yeah, and Mikel Gouin, yeah. And then on our side we've got Jody, Tom, James Simpson, and Wayne and Jack. We've got a mixture of Halifax and Leeds here.
Boring.
We don't have any sound, Fred, at all.
What? None at all.
I think you forgot to press the.
I definitely did.
Share sound content.
It's ridiculously loud in my head.
Well, we don't have any sound.
No.
I think watch that back. That was bad from I think Wayne actually because Tom wasn't too bad in retagging it up then.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll reset it up. See if you get sound then.
Sorry guys. Logistics. When I'm not hosting, it all goes to what it goes.
Yeah, it's classic show and go, but he didn't have the pace back then. He's just a young pup. No, it's Tom. He gets his nose through the line, but doesn't pursue.
We do actually score our first and probably only point of the first half in this.
I remember
this minute.
There's a weird feeling.
So I skipped it back slightly.
Now we've got some sound. Tom falls over. I think right now, I mean, Tom's just getting up. There's no rush, and Wayne. I don't know why Wayne's there. See that this is a
great drop goal.
Yeah, it's a great drop goal, but Wayne had no reason really to be there. That was weird of him coming then. Tom was still getting up, and Wayne was already coming for the ball.
Oh, there was a panic play from the Golden Boot.
Panic play from the Golden Boot. I remember watching this. I'm on the bench right now, and I thought, oh well, they've already scored first point. Yeah, we're gonna do this. This is easy.
Yeah, it might seem weird. Penalty goals and field goals sometimes make sense because you get a point or 2 points to get the ball back. So
yeah,
they're probably underused. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I'd see. I mean, I don't understand how that happened because there's no rush. This is what we've been saying last year. There's no rush at all. The ball's gone out into touch.
Cold start, isn't it?
There's no pressure on us. It's the very beginning of the game. We just want to play safe. I don't know why she didn't give it originally. I don't know. I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah,
I think in the build-up we've been working on some sort of out-the-back plays
Voilà, premier essai français.
You make an error like that in your own half. The result is often a try scored again. We've got our friend Tim Robinson reffing there.
I don't remember much of this game, so it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah. But I mean that was just.
I guess we've just put it down to sort of first game jitters. I suppose. I don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
I think pressure of the first game.
Martin's selection, they threw off some people. Obviously, there was Seb on the bench. I've been in the team for a while. And I think this is Jodie's first World Cup and Tom's first World Cup. Ryan and Nathan. And Simo, actually.
Oh, it was my first World Cup as well.
But you played in the Euro final. So it was probably their first big game. It might have been their first game against France. Some of them.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely the first game.
Ryan, Tom, and Nathan. Simo might have already played France. But I remember my first game against France. I was bricking it. So I don't know. It's just some pre-game nerves from some people. Because when you play France, you know they're bringing their A game and they kind of hate us in a lovely sporty way.
Oh yeah, you definitely need not an enemy as such, but someone who pushes you. Because at the moment, I think it's used to really driving.
The score shown is actually wrong. It's 6-1, not 6-0. They forgot to add the point for some reason.
They're moving the ball a lot better than they normally do here, the French.
Oh là 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 là, magnifique. Magnifique.
I don't think that's entirely Tom's fault because Danny is a very hard player to stop, honestly. Really hard.
Experience from Tom there.
And I don't think he had any support, unfortunately.
From this drive here.
That screenshot you just had there at pause, he makes great contact on him. He stops him dead. He's then reached for the tag rather than trying to get his steering in front again when he's moved off. And it's got him a bit hard when reaching for the tag. And it's just giving Danny the opportunity to go down the wing past him. Whereas if you did that to Tom now, he would never let you do that.
Never, yeah. I still think before retreating that quickly, you should still
behind
kind of be ready in support.
If Tom's coming out on an angle and he's quite far off the wing, maybe someone should just drift behind the play of the ball. That makes sense, just before the tackle was made. Just so we have an idea. Fred, we're not sat next to each other here. What's wrong?
We're not what? Sorry?
We're not sat next to each other on the bench. Why not?
Oh,
I don't know. I think we got punished, mate. We weren't allowed to sit next to each other just so we could stay serious. See, and so what? So for me, go back just that 10 seconds. For me, I've mentioned this a few times on this stream. When you've got someone at marker that's as fast as Gilles or any other fast player, you can't take simple drives 1 meter away from him. He's just going to put massive pressure on you, and result they lost the ball in 2 tackles.
I mean, it wasn't a great pass.
Yeah, but even though it wasn't a great pass because there was this pressure from Gilles. I mean, when you're under pressure, you don't make passes as good as usual. And the thing is, all you have to do is go as 2 or just slightly further away from marker.
Yeah, wider always.
Yeah, and we've said that many times, and this is another perfect example because you've just lost the ball again in your own half, and this is probably going to be another try if they play well. Oh, they do a shit pass, which is very lucky.
Good recovery from us. Good pressure off the bat.
What the hell happened there?
See, Jack's done great to shut down that play. And there's nothing.
That was lucky.
That was lucky.
The player
still could have passed it back inside then.
Who's this? It's weird. So he taps the ball and plays it.
It's all in one motion. Is the even though it goes in the way, he goes like that and instantly swings it.
And right now, he should have passed it back inside to Miguel.
Then it's a penalty, I think. I think
he goes out to touch.
He goes out in touch, yeah. So goes out in touch.
There from Wayne, actually. I thought Cyril was going to score then.
But
Well done, Wayne.
Yeah. So let's see how they're going to get out of their first, their own half now. Are they going to react properly? I don't know.
Very experienced French team compared to our.
So it's a knock-on. First ball knock-on.
I seemed a bit unforced as well then, which is not great.
That's it's an error you can't make.
Jack didn't move off the line there. We're already on the back foot.
I was about to say, there's got to be. Look at, just quickly, is it Gilles on Wayne?
Yeah.
He overruns it and then just stops Wayne from pushing.
I hate Lionel Al-Azhar. I hate him so much.
He was my enemy.
So this is what he gets whistled for, Wayne. This is another error in our own half, and I did warn him before this game and before the whole World Cup. Wayne plays the ball before putting his tag on. He plays the ball and then puts his tag on, and it's a penalty, and he gets
at the same time. That's banned in France now, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not allowed to do it. And I warned him many times. Every single camp he did it, and I kept warning him, we're going to get whistled for this. He said, yeah. And then, our own half, another error.
Oh, magnifique! Ah, magnifique!
As a rebel.
Jesus.
But so they're just
a lot faster and a lot more open than I remember. France.
Yeah.
They're playing like we have for the last year.
We are making it easy for them though, because they're just getting the ball back in their hands, and they've only got 5 meters to go to the try line. They're right next to it. So first error you make in defence, it's a try, and we keep giving the ball back to them.
We haven't is rubbish as well. Really bad.
A lot of errors there though. That's like
we're making errors, and then no one's doing anything about them. Really, everyone still seems to be a bit angry that we dropped the ball.
Yeah,
or whatever.
We're talking
there's no
nearly an error a minute so far, which
Well, apart from that first set, we haven't
after the preparation you've had and all the training we had before this World Cup, you can't come into the first game and make more than an error per minute. It's ridiculous.
It's because we were on the bench, wasn't it, Fred? Sorry, but not you.
Yeah, I was.
But I mean, it's. I don't know if it was a precious thing or something, but right now, what you've got to think is, shit, we're doing really badly. Let's start completing. No risk. Let's complete.
Why is no one wearing shoes? What the hell's going on with the spectators there?
French. That's probably said none.
It is very hot in France. It was very hot. This is summer. This is July. You've got to remember.
Yeah, this is July.
It's like 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. So.
Now I can see Jack getting into
he's trying to
Jack mode where he has to do everything.
Yeah, he's doing fire control.
Sometimes
that's another error. Offside, another one.
But you can see him chasing really hard off marker or out of the line, and even though he thinks he might be doing good, he might actually be doing more damage behind him, leaving holes. There's a big hole behind him there. French, he's taken up 2 players' channels there. I hope he watches his back and listens.
It's one of those as well, especially with the amount of false turnovers and all stuff like that that's happened. It's like the trust level's just dropped.
Yeah. But then Jack's getting frantic, and then people, because he's the leader of our team, people start to follow suit. And that's when holes start appearing, and even more errors might happen. So look, we're playing really frantically now.
I know.
And there we go. There you go.
Tom could have been whistled for not square then, because he didn't put his chair square. And then they're just rushing to do all this stuff. You're right. They're getting completely frantic.
Another turnover.
And the only French player that isn't composed and is playing slightly like the England team right now is Lionel, number 1. He's playing frantic as well.
This is the great French team. When you got Cyril and Jules in your team who are just just know everything. Like Cyril's the smartest player I've ever seen by a mile. So when he's in the side, he's just in the background going, "Yeah, do this." I don't know how you say it in French, but and they're all playing really well off each other. Nothing's rushed, but everything's at a good pace, which is what you want in rugby.
Yeah, they've got full control there of the whole English team as well.
Lucky for us, actually, there's been 2 or 3 times where the French last pass has just been half a fraction off, and there you go. We gave away an up-on again, and they score. Even though it might have been 5 tackles before. Good defending.
I would like to watch that back. Is that a problem? Just the final score.
It starts off from when I think. So
someone hits
here.
Yeah.
So now you've got these 3 there. Jack comes over and calls Tom with him to stop that, and then you've got 1, 2. Tom's now. So there's 5? All 5 there. 3 on them.
Tom obviously is a bit panicky. I think he's not panicky, but rushing to get back, and he's not stand. And you can see he's gone all the way around the play to join the 4 and hasn't made it.
But it's like Jack as well. Yeah.
He does leave Tom in a 2v1 situation.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's another thing we've seen before. Jack's trust issues. He just wants to help in defence, but then leaves gaps behind him without noticing. I'm not saying that's all Jack's fault, but you know.
He definitely jumped out though.
He did.
But it's like the problem is obviously with the amount of turnovers you've had at the start of this, trust is going to be way down.
No, you can see in the
or the second. I don't know.
You can just see there a little bit. Simmer's gone off now, but no one was saying anything. No one was looking at each other. Everyone was just sat there waiting for the kick to be done, which is never a great sign.
Yeah, they should be motivating each other right now, saying, "All right, let's start completing."
Yeah, let's start again. I think would be the call.
Yeah.
Try
and scrub off the first sort of 10.
I had to shout at Jack and Seb in Toulon last year.
You did. I loved it, mate. I loved you shouting at me.
They really got me
on properly.
Les Anglais ont ouvert première minute par le drop.
Waiting for the kicking tee. Okay, Cyril's one. He makes his own.
Sous les poteaux français, ce qui fait que ils n'ont pas été très dangereux après presque ce premier quart d'heure. D'ailleurs, on voit les premiers changements.
I think I'm just thinking. What I'm thinking about is how other people how players in the team would be reacting to this. And we've definitely grown as a team. Like right now, Wayne will be shouting at everyone. He probably still will shout, but it might not be as horrible.
So there's a sub there for Jody for Seb. Yeah.
Here we go, Seb. Instant impact, into touch.
Yeah, well, you know, it was nearly there, and it does end up a good outcome. You know, you couldn't go any further away on their side.
I mean, it's not ideal, but if you're going to turn the ball over, that's where you want to turn it over.
That was a low risk, high reward opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, it's the second time we've been in their half, isn't it?
You got down there, didn't you? Is that you there, Seb? Yep. Long reach. You reached for Danny. Simmer's reaching for Lionel.
I've got problems with my tyres. I was stuck there.
The French are playing so well. I can't believe how sexy. I'm going to use the word sexy, but it is sexy. I've never seen them play such fast-flowing football like this. Have you seen?
They always do.
No, whatever I remember, they're really thought out and planned and structured. A bit like Leeds. This is more of an Argonaut style. This thing. Isn't it, Fred?
Oh, 100%, mate. Fluid movement.
Fluid off the cuff. Play what you see.
Got problem with my tyres again. This is awful.
Is that your cat, Seb?
Yeah, they're playing together. Why did they change the view exactly?
Can you tell Sarah I really like her music? Her song.
It's great to watch the game like this. Anyway, it's good angle.
I'm guessing we just did they. I think they're still playing. I can see Simo in the corner.
Yeah, no, they're definitely still playing.
What the hell is this?
He wanted to quickly show the crowd and then forgot to put it back. It seems. We've just missed all the. I remember doing a great play during that time as well.
No, you, no, you didn't. Seb, was this fit Seb or was this Pat Seb?
No, this is fit Seb.
This is fit Seb. This is like mega fit. This is the fittest you've ever been, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
God.
Oh my God.
This is tough, dude.
Did you just knock that on cold?
Pardon?
Hey, look at this. Look at the state of England right now. Jack's on the floor. Wayne's missing tackles. I mean, Seb's on, but our response is terrible.
Yeah.
Flying out the line. Sometimes you do need people to fly out the line and make a great tackle.
From the first play of the ball,
That's not a great tackle.
you've got three people sort of in the vicinity of this. So obviously cuts back over, but I think Jack's arguing with the ref.
Eventually.
He's definitely saying something because you can see he doesn't retreat here. Look, he's not even looking.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe his wheel's gone or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But still making errors, and we get severely punished for it.
Yeah.
Yes, what are you thinking at this point? Being on the field.
So I think Jack's just come off.
Well, I'm thinking.
No, he's getting him. He's getting him down.
Look, he's there.
Yeah, but no, I don't think anyone's coming on. Andy Gardner's running around like a maniac in the background, so he'll be fixing something probably.
Yeah.
No,
He might have had an issue with his wheel or something. I had loads of issues with my wheels during that game. During the whole World Cup, actually.
Yes.
You remember, every camp before that, I kept breaking my wheels, remember?
Yeah, Martin Gill was getting
ever that year.
Yeah, Brian's on at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
You might have gone on for Tom, though. Pretty sure Jack doesn't come off already.
There's Tom.
Handsome man in the middle there. It was his birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Wayne.
Birthday, Wayne. Oh, it was Jack and Jade's wedding anniversary yesterday as well. Happy anniversary.
Oh, that was yesterday.
It's like 2 years, isn't it?
Yep. I remember seeing the photos.
Was you there, Fred?
He invited me the day before.
I did he?
Because obviously I didn't know him at the beginning. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm getting married. Can you come like to the after party and that?" I was like, "When is it?" And he's like, "It's tomorrow."
I've been back for nearly 10 years, and I only got invited to the after party, so I won't worry about it.
I was invited to the whole thing, but my flight was slightly late, and I walked in as they were walking out, Bride and me. It was awful. I was like, "Oh hi, I'm here now."
Congrats.
What happened there? Why was I angry at Tim again?
It's from this.
Take his tag here.
I think it's because they played the ball off. He's telling him to move over.
I'm not gonna lie, even though we've all done that, I hate it when defenders do that. I think it's a really, really good play, and it's really, really soft.
I'm guessing Jack's hurt himself or something.
No, he's in the back left corner fixing his chair. Can you see him?
Oh yeah, no. He's laying down.
He's on the floor. Yeah.
It looks like a casting.
Oh, there's a view for Jack. Jesus.
Laney's on. Laney had a really good World Cup, I thought.
God, another error.
Simo's off. Laney's on.
So you're giving the ball back to them again in our own half.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how many times we gave them the ball in our half. I think we're on 5 or 6. And there's been 18 minutes of play. A very lazy tackle, Seb, and he wasn't square.
I don't think it was his man. Oh, lucky.
Et Gilles Clausel, malheureusement, qui fait en avant. La passe était un petit peu trop.
So far, I think
l'action était encore.
Well, what you've been in there half, what, 3 times in total?
One completed set when we got a drop goal, and then that's it. We've been in there half 2 more times and dropped it both times, I think. Seb went into touch, and then Jody passed it into Wayne's arm.
Yeah.
Great drive there from Ryan. That's much better. Should have squared up there, Seb.
No, keep hold of it. Much better.
Seb, talk us through that, mate.
Talk us through what?
I don't know if you actually got the pass off or if they hit it out of his hand.
You should. I think you should have gone wide.
Oh, yeah.
On the left. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Hindsight is a great thing.
I think it's. I'm getting that same illness as Jack has. I'm just trying to do too much myself. Because if you look back, most drives, I was the first receiver every single tackle.
Yeah,
I was pushing up to get it.
It's what Wayne said to me at the training. He was like, "Stop trying to put out the fires." And I was like, "I've got to do something, mate. I can't just sit here whilst this is happening."
Oh, look at Gil. Small legs. It was funny there. You could see how small his legs were.
Oh, you've got a wizard at the game.
Yeah, Gandalf. Still haven't learned about Gilles being a marker.
Oh, this is brutal, man.
This might be the worst.
Oh, wait.
I think they
got a penalty off of that one, at least.
Yeah.
That's very lucky.
Big time. Did it actually hit his chair? It's off of this play, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No, not at all. Lucky.
Didn't touch his chair at all. Yeah, that was very lucky.
I think he's saying not square in the background. I don't know if Tim's in stream, but I think he's saying you move before the play the ball happened.
Oh, okay.
No. The Aussies.
Oh, I hate it when people do that. Ryan used to do that all the time. The little nudge when you go to play the ball.
I know. I hate it. It was really it tilts you, doesn't it? It triggers you. How was that whistled against me?
They probably called it as a knock on or something.
I hate you, Tim.
Nice one, Bennis.
Nice one, lady. That's great for lady.
He is the prime example for game intensity. Whenever you talk to him outside, he's like happy guy, happy-go-lucky. As soon as you play against him, cutthroat.
That's even far too easy. I missed that. Sorry.
That's Danny. I mean,
from this first drive here, it goes in between Wayne, I think. Wayne turns out.
It's just Wayne's fault. This is late. So if you watch back, it's lazy retreating from him. He's pushing backwards.
Yeah, he's really slowly.
So from here.
And then he decides when Danny's coming into him, he decides to suddenly turn his chair to the other side. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's shown him where to go. Good offload. That was a great offload from him.
Oh, yeah.
But again, that was just making sure it was 100% a try. But that was a great offload. Good chase. That's basically what he's done. See, that's it. So at the moment, France are just playing really, really well as a team. Like that guy, he could have scored. He could have Could have scored that try easy by himself, but he knows that someone's made the effort to chase the whole way over to give him support.
I think that they're playing better now than they did in the final, but we are allowing them to play better. I mean, a team always looks better when you give them gaps and you don't defend properly and you give them balls in your own half. Obviously they look better as a team.
Yeah. But I'm saying on top of that, they're also supporting the rest of the team as well. Like everyone's getting a sort of shout. It's not like one person's doing everything.
Oh yeah, the ball's touching every single person's hands.
So I believe Tom Halliwell just came off and Joe come on.
Here we go. Here's the match.
This is the game-changing moment.
Let's get ready. I'm paying attention now.
No, you're not. You're talking to someone off the pitch.
Interestingly, I used to play wing back.
Getting advice from Gil.
So I should do good stuff and tackle everyone, yeah?
This is two people I hate there, Laurent Dupuy and Sylvain Krsmanovic.
You can't say
I
you
hate
hate
a lot of people.
Wait, who?
You can't say you hate people.
Those two. That's the French head coach and now the team manager of the French team. Hate them both.
You can't say you hate them on a national.
I like big beard there. That's Manu Moret. I like him. He's nice.
I think the one is Je déteste.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that because French people are going to understand. So. But see, we're still giving them so much room because they still haven't been tackled. Go back the whole thing. So before that, here, why is no one stopping Cyril? And why?
I like the fact that Joe 100% looked back and went, where is everyone?
Yeah, where the hell is everyone?
Look at this. This is just a cluster of people. It's like. Lucky you pulled back then as well, Joe.
I used to be a really good winger, eh? Back in the day.
It's a lot easier. I find, like, although people are like, "Oh, with the winger, you've got one job. You're doing this." You're doing
touch. What a great tackle!
I see who got the hand, mate. I've got your support, mate.
Did you see us high five really aggressively?
Yeah, what I was saying was the wing position can call so much of the game because you see a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think people utilise that as much. Like when you think how vocal Dan is on when we play,
they should be the loudest defensively. Great. I remember this run.
That's a good drive.
I love him.
Yeah, that's great, but now we've overrun the play of the ball.
Yeah. It's like face off.
And he could have got whistled then for a penalty, like going down and not playing the ball.
Ooh. Now we're panicking. See, that was poor.
Trying to force a pass that was not there. I don't even think he had the ball yet.
You should have had a marker there.
So no, you've done the right thing, 100%. Talking about as in this one.
Yeah. If I turned straight away.
No, I think you made the right choice, 100%. Like from there, he's played the ball. You're better off just pushing straight back.
That's true.
Like even from the one before, like your and Seb's choices there, like one of the things we try to do when we play is whoever's facing the defender is the person that stays there. Don't matter who sort of makes the tackle. You just, if you're facing the other way, you're better off just pushing straight back. It's like the things we saw with Wayne when he turns back into marker, but the ball's already been played and gone past him.
Yeah.
It happened a lot in the grand finals that we watched.
What's something I want to see that's good? If you just watch that tackle back to the one before, please. Just look how well the whole French line goes up together in defence after this. I think it is. Was this?
Go back again.
Go forward.
No, that's backwards, mate. We'll go from here.
Yeah, so what? Look at the French defence. They're just sliding. They're all there, and there's no way we can go forward.
We've gone backwards there, actually.
Yeah. They're defending really well compared to what we're doing. We got an offside. That was good.
No wonder their line speed was so great. Offside every time.
Yeah.
So look, you can just tell that things that we're doing aren't working yet. Like we're overrunning the ball on a controlled restart.
Yeah, it feels like there's a couple of little teams within the team, really.
Great tackle there, Gilles.
Yeah, I like that tackle.
Yeah, potentially.
I like Gilles.
Gilles is a very, very good player and a very nice man.
To get it back again.
So another let-off for us. Don't know what I'm doing driving here.
Weird choice.
And
no tag on your shoulder.
I didn't play it though. I didn't tap the ball.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. So we've got Fabian Plaza coming on now. Game changer as well. Honestly, one of the best players. Probably the second smartest player in the game after Cyril.
Very true.
So they've got fresh players on, and it's not going to diminish their skill at all. They're still really strong players. We've got Lolo Después on as well.
Nico's not been on yet either.
I don't think Nico plays the whole game at all.
He did come on.
There's Kevin Pastor on the bench as well.
This is Kevin's first tour or first tournament, isn't it?
Pardon?
This is his first engagement with France, isn't it?
Who, Nico or Kevin?
No, Kevin.
He did Euros in 2015.
He didn't play though.
He didn't play though.
Nah, he's potentially their most key player. Very good.
One of them, yeah.
See, look, that's rubbish from Gilles. You can tell Gilles when you see him. That's absolute rubbish, and that's really, really bad sportsmanship there.
The thing is, I reckon if you played the ball quick enough, you could have got past him then, and he just sat there arguing. Yeah, James, I haven't shaved during lockdown, mate.
I don't know why Ryan didn't just catch that then.
Yeah.
He got a hand to it.
Like, really close.
He got a hand to it. It's a great kick. Fantastic kick. Look.
It's like he scooped it back to you.
Yeah, but everyone knows rugby balls don't just bounce straight up. The old famous saying, a bit like Rome did not build a bridge in a day.
Something like that. Rome wasn't built in a day, but
yeah, I found that out after I said it.
I don't think they built bridges.
Bad communication there from.
They built aqueduct,
but we got to let off the hook again there. We're getting torn to pieces.
Pointless.
The positive side, though, is that they haven't scored any tries in the last, I don't know how long, since Joe's been on and before.
Thank you. That's a compliment, right?
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, we're still not playing great, but we're definitely making a lot less errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just shows when you're not making that many errors in your own half, they don't score as easily.
Oh, Jack's back on.
For Ryan?
Yeah. Because you're in the far left.
Talking with Cyril.
Just half a second. Oh, that was a shock.
We spoke to.
If you take that back though, Seb. I'm not Seb, Fred, sorry. Everyone's just half a second too late. Just the one before that. There you go. There.
Yeah.
I go to look, and everyone's just. That's just summed us up. Everyone's just half a meter too late, and then because we're half a meter too late, everyone's trying to rush the next play. So even though it's a bad mistake from me, I'm thinking, rub like balls. I've messed that up. Right, let's get a really quick play the ball in. And now I'm angry.
What, like when I played against you with Leeds and you
I
were
got-
and I got into your head?
No, I got in your head. I noticed we're grabbing a lot more than we do now as well.
On le ressent ici. Hein.
In defense.
Le faible jeu des Anglais.
Oui, je pense que
That was a handoff.
That was a hand.
See how I go, he pushes me back like 3 meters.
You get the penalty. You get the penalty.
Look at this.
Great hand, though.
Bam! A lot of respect for Gilles. He's a very strong man.
Is that actually the call that Tim's making there? The handoff?
I think so. I couldn't see.
Probably.
I couldn't see where else it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any other option we would get a penalty from.
Ça fait un petit moment maintenant que nous n'avons pas marqué puisque le dernier essai français était à la 21e minute.
So he's just saying the last try was at the 21st minute, so that's over 10 minutes now.
But they'd scored 30. They scored 5 tries, six tries in 20.
Oh, forward. That was awful.
That was a rubbish pass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
awful pass.
I shouted everyone there. I remember that. When I get to the end, when he scores, look at me. I'm shouting at Wayne and Jack. That was the beginning of the end of their dominance and the takeover of me because they made a mistake.
So wait, what's back the whole? How did he?
They made a mistake.
Joe, think.
Oh dear, the whole run, yeah.
So they make. So Wayne throws a horrible pass, and look at Wayne. You can just see him. They completely switch off, 100%. So Jack's throwing that. Wayne's done this. Look at Wayne. And then,
no transition. He puts his head down. No one's there.
Danny just rose past him.
It's as if they thought the game had stopped.
I think that might have been the angriest I've ever been on a pitch.
What, even angrier when I got in your head in the Leeds game?
Look at me, mate. Look at me.
Cyril's watching. He says, bad memories for you, is this, Seb? Non, Cyril, moi, c'est tranquille, hein, ce match. Voilà. On n'avait pas forcément très envie de le gagner. C'était un match tranquille, quoi, tu vois. C'est pour évaluer un peu vos forces, vos faiblesses.
This is also an interesting fact. This is when I'm starting to grow my hair, which I've recently cut off, and it was really not in a good state.
My mum really didn't like that.
I didn't want to wear a hairband like Torres.
I don't know why you didn't want to wear a hairband. Your hair was in the way all the time. You couldn't see anything. It was ridiculous. I mean, I remember you not being able to catch the ball because you couldn't see it. Because of your hair dangling here.
Normally the wind blew it back. Like Baywatch, so it was okay. It's showing me shouting again.
You're like,
I think I remember what I said, but I can't repeat it on stream.
Ça se ressent tout le long de attention, peut-être un essai anglais, non?
That's a great kick. Even though it goes out.
Quand on dit pas que t'es intelligent, on dit que tu vois, c'est ta intelligence de jeu. C'est différent. Intelligent et intelligence de jeu. T'as une très grande intelligence du jeu. On dit que toi et Fabien, vous êtes très similaires là-dessus.
Le troisième est tenu concédé par Gilles Coyd. Dommage, le tenu va être là.
Et oui, on est obligé de repartir, donc reformer.
Cyril's so happy that we said he was smart. I want to take it away now.
Cyril, you're a genius, mate. Tell him I said that. I'm not joking. He's
close. Who? It looked like it was Fabien that kicked it, but it also looked like it was Fabien that was so close to putting it down.
I think Lola chased it. Laurent.
Sure.
Oh no, it's Fabien.
It was Fabien, yeah.
He doesn't play anymore, does he?
No. Oh yeah, he kicked it for himself. He nearly got it.
He had a baby, didn't he? Seb?
Il est malin.
He's got a baby or two maybe now. Just one, I can't remember now. Yeah, he's got a baby. Nico worked for him.
Ah, c'était encore.
Cute baby as well.
Un peu trop fort.
Nico works for him.
Yeah.
In the meat factory.
Le Britannique, alors que là.
It's not a meat factory. He's got a company of do all sorts of aluminium things and windows and doors and.
Ah, on a tiré sur
What happened?
Classic Joe. What's
on a
clap in the face? They pulled the shirt. Yeah, nice one.
I didn't see that. Yeah, that's classic Joe. Joe does that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't do that anymore.
Could you? Oh, see that little thing of his hair just to get it out of his way. Oh, this is them calling. This is it. This is them calling me Sebastian Belawara. Can you watch that back and put the sound up, please? I forgot they did this. Yeah, before that, put the sound up just so we can hear them say that this is where it all comes from. People calling me Belawara.
Ce numéro 6, Doug Brown, qui est
You just missed it.
Well, I heard it.
I didn't.
There you go.
tirer le maillot. On doit tirer que le tag.
Hair flick.
Pour 0, premier tenu par Sébastien de Belloira. Ce numéro 6, Doug
Brown. Le Belawara.
Ah, ça? Et oui.
Yeah, forget about the try. They said your name wrong.
Yeah, who cares about the try? Easy try. There was no one there.
Why wasn't there anyone there?
Because I did a really fast play of the ball. What do you mean, why? I went in, brought in 3 players with me, fast play the ball, give it to Jack, Jack scores. That's logic. Happens every time.
Hey, Seb.
What?
Jamais quand tu dis que je suis intelligent comme même.
Told you, it means I really like it when you say I'm smart.
Look at this man in the background as well.
Nico.
Oh. Unfortunately, whenever I play against him, we get really angry at each other. But I'm sure he's a lovely, lovely man. What's it? 36-7. Pretty
I can't. We've already gone through the whole
fantastic take. Oh, good work, Wayne.
God.
He would have had a go at me for that as well. 100%.
Yeah, you can see it there. You can see him. Look, like, what are you doing? It's like, what?
So let's see how you act. So we've got watch it back how you were actually reacting.
Why would he pass me the ball though? I'm sat still. His first tackle. I'm not even looking at him when he passes it.
Was he looking at you or Jack? I don't know.
He was looking at Joe.
The number one rule after you score and get the ball back is you complete your next set. That's the number one rule. Not pass to someone's will. Even if I was looking, I probably wouldn't have caught that. It was a rubbish pass.
That was a shit pass. And it's not the only one. I don't think Wayne had a particularly good performance in this game either. That's trying to be polite. He was shit, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Et Cyril, t'inquiète, tu parles mieux anglais que Joe, il parle français. Joe, c'est le pire en français. J'ai jamais vu un mec aussi mauvais.
Did you say my French is good?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, mate.
I'm reading down here.
Good cover by who? I didn't see it.
Don't worry, you missed it.
Me, probably.
Doubt it.
I defended really well in this game, actually, I remember. I thought I did.
Getting Jill some secrets behind the ball.
Avec une feinte de l'autre côté, non, il est bien bloqué sous les poteaux.
Oh my god, I thought I was going to score then.
En avant.
Forward.
You get tagged.
Oh.
Il n'a pas pâti et donc on va repartir.
Look at this guy. This is Joe Coyd being at his chubbiest.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Good answer by Martin.
That's not obstruction.
I mean, it's got to be crossing or something, doesn't it?
You can't. It is a penalty. You can't. He's in the middle of the
play.
Yeah,
it's in a way, but they wasn't really near him. They went straight into him.
big lack of communication. I mean, why are both of them wanting to catch the ball there? And they're probably the two players that know each other the most in the team. So how come they're the ones missing communication together?
Pour le numéro 10 français Fabien Plaza, et donc c'est une perte de balle. Elles ont été rares en première mi-temps. Si on avait la statistique.
Nathan's on debut, I think.
Perdu plus de ballons que nous.
This is when he scores a hat trick. I don't want to watch his hat trick.
World's easiest hat trick, by the way.
Wow.
They looked at him as a kid and they thought, oh, they just laughed at his face, and that's why he managed to get through. But they're not taking him seriously.
All of them are rollovers from 3 meters away. Takes no skill. Jack's chasing too hard.
Good ball block then.
What's that for? Is Tim not watching this one?
You ripped the ball out of his lap.
I would never.
Oh, you did.
I would never do that.
Je viens d'écouter. Je suis d'accord avec lui. Après un essai, on doit compléter. D'accord avec qui? Moi, je dis ça tout le temps. Hein, quand tu scores un essai, t'as pas besoin de marquer un essai direct dans la chaîne de tenue d'après. Tu complètes ta chaîne de tenue, tu mets la pression, mais sans prendre trop de risques.
Oh, that was lucky.
That was perfect placement, thank you. Positioning.
Because this is it. Wait, go back. Watch this. Wait.
I always thought Danny was in the wrong, but Nathan is 100% in the wrong there.
100%. He's put
Nathan
the ball down.
always worked out that Danny pushed him.
He laughs turning around. He's like, he turns around so annoyed, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a kid."
just a child.
Nathan comes in, he just the hip thrust for no reason. Like he's already scored a try.
No try.
So is it 42-7 at half time? Or is it 36?
I heard him say no try. I don't know why.
What is going on?
Luckily, the second half is much better, so you'll have a better watch on Friday.
Yeah, this first half wasn't great. What actually happened though? No time?
Someone was tackled before. Let's have a look.
Okay, it might have been me tackling here on.
No, it was me. It's probably me.
From here.
No, this is me on. I got Lolo's tag. Oh, I didn't get his tag.
No. Jack got Fabian.
Yeah, whoever number 10 is.
Yeah, Fabian.
Al-Azhar est pris et belle passe encore. Encore au Plaza. Et là, de Frère.
I don't think his tag was taken before though.
No, but Jack puts his arm on him and says no tag. You can see it after this play goes out wide, the one that Joe stops.
Perfectly positions himself to stop.
Look, it's like that, no tag.
Oh yeah, okay. In that case, yeah, you can bring it back.
Scraps. Oh dear.
See how we come in to defend him though, like he's only a kid, leave him alone.
Me and Jack don't care.
I do. I come in straight away. Wrong decision, says Cyril. Who cares?
Cool.
Allez, on va faire confiance à l'arbitre pour une fois.
Typical French attitude. This is Laurent Dupuis here. So French manager saying, I'm not sure of that ref call, but you can't say that when you're a guy in that position. Got to respect the ref.
Guessing that's full time.
Half time.
Yeah, no. I wonder what the buzzer was, because obviously.
Do you remember what was said at half time? Because we do. I won't give anything away, but it's a better half.
I can't remember that we're 30 points down. That's bad.
That could potentially be the worst England half of all time.
Yeah.
First 20 minutes was the worst of all time, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like even if you put a couple of those down to the jitters or whatever, that was that was something special. I've never.
I mean, even if you put Fred Nye on, it would have been better.
Wow. This one.
Yeah, we never found our rhythm. We looked really off pace. Our time was terrible.
The whole thing was
Le commentateur Laurent Dupuis, il y avait rien à l'époque. Ah ouais, je croyais qu'il avait.
Not even talking to us.
Well, conversation.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were saying how disjointed we were and we weren't gelling together? Yeah. Started shouting out in French.
That's literally it.
What the problem is.
No, it wasn't great. Very disjointed.
Yeah, I don't know. Those first 20 minutes really killed it for us because after that, the last 20 minutes, I think there was one try each. That's all.
But there was even there's still silly mistake happening. Like the two passes from Wayne that just didn't seem to go anywhere. Like the one, both to Joe actually, the one where you sat still and then the one up on the wing. It's like throughout the whole thing there was constant errors like that, which shouldn't ever happen. Like there are errors that you're like, really? Even at sort of like domestic level, we were a bit like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Hadn't we already had the discussion about the chimp, Joe, before this? It was before World Cup, wasn't it? Yeah,
we had it.
I think it really wasn't controlled, especially by Wayne, because I know it was a very bad first 20 minutes, and maybe Wayne wasn't in control of that. But after that, Wayne didn't do anything, to take control again. He made even more mistakes, whereas the rest of the team was starting to, put it together, kind of thing. And Wayne was still making quite a lot of errors.
He was very much not. He wasn't in control of the game or what was going on at all. I don't think at all. Not even slightly. Like the one where him and Jack rolled in at the same time, and Martin went to play and was like, and just sort of put it out.
Yeah, well, there's that, and then there's passing it at Joe, but it's wrong decision. Joe's at a stop. He's not moving. He's not even looking. He's putting his tag back on. Just a lot of wrong, bad decisions.
Also, when you get yourself in the position where you're so far behind, everything after that, even if you're still on, you've just come on, you've been on for 5 minutes, whatever, everything after that is so much more rushed, and there's so much more like pressure on every individual moment.
Especially even people that get subbed on, because you're coming on. It's up to me now. I've got to do this.
Yeah. We both came on. Sub came on 15 minutes before me, 10 minutes before me, but we probably both came on thinking, right, we've got to do something and do it now, because this is going to be embarrassing otherwise.
But yeah, it does put a lot of pressure on you when you come on and you're already like 20 points down. I've got to make a difference here.
Seb, first thing he does, great drive, full pace, tries to make something happen, goes into touch. I think one of the first times I touch it, I go to offload it, don't, then I rush to get the play the ball and knock it on, or don't tag up or whatever.
Yeah,
it's on, there's already that added pressure.
It's like you say, it's when you are the person coming on it, you do take it upon yourself even more so. So it's like the trust in the team is already disjointed.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't already on. The trust is gone. So you see Jack running around like an idiot. Wayne's getting angry at everyone. Halliwell's being quiet because of it. Yeah, Jodie's confidence gone.
Like big time. The first 3 plays of the ball she did, she turned over, and it was like that's got to be a huge.
Yeah, I think that was major in the World Cup. It was what you just said, Joe. There, the confidence, because this is the first game of the World Cup. You just got there. You're playing against France, and you just
that's one joke.
You lose your confidence in the first 20 minutes. And that confidence that's going to last for the whole World Cup. You're gonna you're not going to leave yourself
as well.
Oh yeah, it was most people there was their first World Cup.
Yeah, so your first outing on
it was just me and Jack who played in the World Cup before. Joe played for Ireland, I think.
Wayne?
Oh no, Wayne didn't go. No, he wasn't there.
And he couldn't
play out.
Okay. So it's his first World Cup. It was just me and Jack. 2 players out of 10.
It was your first time off the bench in a World Cup.
Whose?
Yours.
No.
Nah, it's a joke, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah. You see how bad we are.
Jokes.
That's twice now I haven't started against France, and look what happened. And then when I come on, everything changes. But
magic.
I'm not saying anything. But
it was weird, especially that like you had to, especially the first half. It will be interesting to see how you come out the second half because you had to write that first half off and start again.
I don't remember the details, but I know it was much more together.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened, but I don't remember the final score being that bad, was it? I can't remember now.
Yeah, it's like what they say in a lot of things where it's like a dog chasing a car. That's how that whole thing looked. It was just constant sort of madness going on. There was no structure to anything England was doing, really.
I'm trying to remember what our game plan would have been like, what our like how we wanted to play and what our theory. I know we was doing the triangles. And that was
so before you joined the stream, I said our mission for this game, our game plan was to not do everything we had worked on.
Actually, I did hear that.
It was everything we'd been working on for the last 6 months. We were not to do them, not once.
That's no offense to the coaches. That's probably the worst coaching advice you could ever have. I mean, they're both great coaches, and I learned a lot under both of them. But to teach us something, if you do something well enough, even if everyone knows what they're doing, what you're doing, it should still work. If you
keeping bits of it back.
Yeah. Like if we've got like a special member, the triangles, that was our bread and butter.
Maybe that's why
we didn't bring it out until the final.
The triangle was our yardage, get out of our half. It wasn't the super duper let's score now. It was let's just chunk them away, get them downfield, get some quick play the balls, and we should have done that every single state of every single game.
But it makes a lot more sense now that, like what Seb said about they was told not to do everything you've worked on for the last 6 months. Now I understand why everyone coming to that game was a bit like, because they were probably mainly thinking, don't do this.
So Seb, would it have been triangles and ones?
We weren't allowed to do either triangles, either two. Yeah, I mean, mostly triangles.
I didn't think Ryan did a bit of a triangle, but that's sort of just the way Ryan plays anyway, in and around the
there's definitely more than one. There was a few in there, but it's a natural drive. If you dip inwards,
when we did the triangle step, bang, like, it was really focused. But I didn't see a single one or anything like that.
But we didn't actually do a proper triangle because the thing with the triangle is it has to be repeated a few times.
Yeah.
And really, you go out and then cut back in. Whereas this, I mean, what Ryan did there, he was going straight and then cut back in. It wasn't in the actual triangle. It was more of a
because the whole point is to drag the middle in, basically. But the main thing is I don't think at any point the ball went through more than 4 players' hands for England, or even 4 people's hands. It was like maybe
I don't think there was that many sets completed either. If you go through the whole first half and count how many,
I think we had 2.
There was not a lot. I mean, completion rate very low.
Good. I think that's it. Those are the only completed sets we had.
Yeah, it was a tough one, but now, I mean, like you say, the mindset going into that, especially if that's all you've been working on for 6 months, that's going to be hard to be like, don't do that. Like you need to have more of a variable to it.
But you still play rugby at a high level. You can still do things without doing these set plays, and it just showed in the last 20 minutes of the first half. We weren't doing anything more than the first 20 minutes. We were just not making those errors. And that resulted in there only being 1 try each, which is like equal score for England-France. If you just take the last 20 minutes, it's an equal score.
And their try came off an error again.
So hard. Sorry?
Yeah.
Their try came off our error again, not through their skill or their play.
That was the main. I mean, you guys. I don't think at any point there that anyone played particularly well. It was mainly down to all the errors that they capitalised on, from what I saw. But when you guys were just playing and the errors got taken away, that's when it was more of a back and forth, like going up and down. Like there was a whole nearly 12 minutes. There was no tries or no one even looked like they was going to score. It wasn't like that was lucky we saved that one. It was just a back and forth. And then when the error came back in, that's when they scored again. So
I do think
ball handling, which shouldn't happen at all. Like we should be pretty
not that level. Shouldn't be able to do like that.
And then I think globally, in the French team, everyone had a really good performance except for Lionel. I think he was the weakest link there. And the fact that he was playing like England, he was just like being frantic and throwing the ball around.
It probably
lost a few times.
Their energy.
Yeah, the fact they had Nico hasn't even been on yet, who's arguably just as good as Jack.
Right.
I think Nico's an incredible player, and he's so fast and fluid.
He
hasn't even been on yet.
Mm.
And Fabian was on the bench, and Moose is on the bench, who's ridiculously fast.
Kevin's on the bench.
Kevin's on the bench, who's ridiculously fast. You know what I mean? They haven't really shown
proper depth.
But what both of you said then as well is how well they played, and they didn't have any of those people on. So that was a team. Like everything we saw there was team, was fluidity, was supporting players that run. Everything there was a full on team mentality. It's something that happens a lot. Like back when I used to play basketball, we had an older team and then the youngsters that used to come and play. And the youngsters would always be like a hell of a lot better players. Like you're talking, the older lot were like at age on 50. It was like my dad who used to play as well. And you'd have the youngsters that come in who would be far superior players, but get absolutely annihilated by a team. And then all the old lot will go out and like start scoring against them. And you're like, what's going on here? And it is just a mentality of they know how to play together. Like they play 100% as a team because they know one-on-one there's no point. But that then I think proved, especially with France, because there was nothing special. It was all just great fluidity, great movement.
The stage that England are at there is probably maybe a year after the stage that France are at now. So since the last World Cup, Martin Norris had retired or stopped playing. Green had stopped playing. Andy Wharton stopped playing. Like I said, there's only me and Jack that played in the World Cup before. I think, apart from Kevin, Moose, and that's it. I think they all played in the World Cup before.
Okay. So like that was a
Mikael definitely would have. Fabian would have. Nico would have. Gilles would have. Cyril would have. Lionel would have.
Yeah, they had an experienced team.
They've already played together for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Whereas they've been playing together for 18 months, basically.
That's like they played really well then.
Yeah, so, I mean, I do remember at the time it wasn't fractured the team, but like everyone had their own mindset and different ways of playing.
Start like that as well is the problem. Like that's the first game out. To start like that is a huge step backwards to why you've got to build up. I now understand because obviously when we went out there, like we got word that like the England team aren't allowed to talk to people, they're not allowed to do this, blah blah blah, from people who were around saying they're not hanging out and stuff. But I understand more now, especially after watching that. Of you don't need outside, you need to bring the team back together. Like you 100% have to build that trust back up quickly.
You did the England Wales game as well, didn't you? Before with Stu.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see, in that we played terribly again.
Yeah.
So like we're having a really bad.
Was that the next game after it?
I think so. Yeah, and then we play Australia.
Yeah, that's when you started
to. Yeah. So we have 2 games back to back that were terrible.
We didn't play Australia before. I don't know.
No, we played Wales and then we played Australia because we played Australia in the group and then we played them like 4 days later in the semi.
Yeah, that was on the Toulouse court.
Yeah, we played Sanjari and really yellow hall. When Nathan scored 5 tries and 18 conversions.
But I do think during the World Cup we progressed quite a lot as a team, and what I take from that is
we peaked then rather than starting well. We peaked in the World Cup final, even though we lost.
But what? So what? The reason is, I mean, like, why? It's because we were playing together and everything. And what I didn't appreciate back then is that England camps, were actually like a Sunday afternoon, just 2 hours training.
Yeah, England were rubbish.
Yeah, so I would fly over. I mean, this is personal for me, but I mean, I would fly over for 4 days, and the camp would actually be just 2 hour training, at Morley, for 2 hours, and then that was it. And that was the full weekend camp, and I don't know. And then France would have a full 2 day thing. They would train all day on Saturday. In the evening, they would have an official game, like half the French team against the other half of the French team. with a crowd. So they're actually in that situation with pressure of a game, with a crowd, with playing with the people you're actually going to play at the World Cup, which I thought was great. And then on the Sunday, again, they play, I don't know if it was all morning or all day again, but they had a proper full weekend, full on, playing all together. And that eventually does show when they're playing together, they know each other better. They can, it just flows much easier. Whereas us, that happened at the final because we actually managed to get all that experience during the World Cup.
Yeah.
But if you arrive with that experience already, because from like good camps and a lot of training, you can get maybe even better during the World Cup.
Yeah, I say peaked in the final, but if we started here, we might have gone all the way up to here rather than starting here and to here. So if we started,
we might have won.
We might have kept building. But I mean, pound for pound. Thank you, Jack. Pound for pound thing. That French team was much better than ours. I think in terms of depth and quality, that's the best French team I've ever seen in 17. Really, really good French team.
They were really impressive. It was a very, very strong team.
9 players that would have easily slotted into that England 9, 10, 11 players. Really good.
I mean, like the likes of Danny. I mean, who can match Danny, Jill, Nico? It's just, they're like amazing players. And you've got brains like Fabian, Cyril, Mikel Gunn, and then you still got on the bench, you've got, all the other players. You've got Kevin and
Kevin. It was a really, really great team. If anything, we because we started so poorly and competed in the final, we probably played much better than we should have. They should have smashed us, really. Fair play to us. But
again, that comes down to, obviously, if you both use the sound about how good the French team were and how close the final was, the coaches must have done something right towards the end. Especially with going into it, I definitely don't think to say don't do anything that we've just done. That's a really big knockback. But towards the end, they must have called something.
Yeah. Well, the idea behind that was just to hide our strategies for the final. We knew we were getting to the final.
I do remember our triangles being really effective in the final.
And it was really effective. I don't know, they weren't expecting it, but it was really effective.
I'd say they 100% dropped the ball with the amount of minutes that people were playing. But like we said before, it was a tough one of who you swap in for, like when you take Jack off, who do you put on? That's just such a tough call.
And then but I mean that game, we didn't want to win it that badly. It wasn't actually a problem if we lost it, so we didn't mind. And I think the idea was to not show too much, but we didn't think we were going to lose that badly. I remember all going in thinking, so let's not play our game seriously. I mean, not seriously, but not show everything we've got. But if we lose, doesn't matter. If we win, good for that. But we didn't expect to get smashing that bad.
Yeah, Jack said in the Euros.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that as well. That was exactly my thought, because at the Euros, our first game was on the Wednesday night. We had that Kelty Facilet trophy. And we absolutely smashed France. We smashed them. But our game plan back then was just basically 1s and 2s. Like, that was it. 1s and 2s. If you want to know what 1s and 2s are, go and watch Jack's condiment training. And we smashed them on that Wednesday night in the Kelty Facilet Cup, just from that 1s and 2s, and they weren't expecting it, and it just worked so well. And then at the finals, and we've done that for the whole Euros. They could, they're smart players and a smart coach. They can read the game. And then the finals, we nearly lost it. And it finished in the golden point, and so I think we didn't want to repeat the same error and show our cards too early.
Yeah, potentially.
So, Jack, you read my mind there. I was getting to that.
I also I agree slightly, but if you watch the running game, and I know neither of you two do, but for my average rugby league fans out there, it's for blinking. Every team does the same thing. I know ours is different, a lot faster, but every team, Wigan, Warrington, Hull, Leeds, blah blah blah, they all do the exact same thing. Just whoever does it better and more clinically, is the best. Wigan have done it for however many years, and they've been the best team for the last 10 years. Leeds did it for the 10 years before that. So I think if you do it well enough and things like that, then potentially it doesn't matter if what people see. You're going to do it so well they can't defend it. But then also, like Fred said, Seb said, we did get caught out in the Euros slightly. We still won, but we went from beating them by 30 points to golden point winner.
By 1 point. Yeah.
No, we scored.
Oh, yeah, it was a try, wasn't it? Yeah, so just golden point in extra time, yeah.
Yeah, extra time. So lucky we got to that.
Killer. Well, I guess we were back on
Yep.
Friday to watch the second half.
Back on Friday. Are you with us, Joe?
If you need someone, yes.
I enjoy having you on, mate. I love it. I mean, like, just looking at you makes me smile and I'm happy.
Am I radiant?
Because if you weren't there, I think watching that game, I might have got annoyed and frustrated as I have for other games. But
I didn't play a massive part in that, so I didn't really get that angry.
Yeah. It's easy to take myself out of that.
Yeah, it's easy to look.
I mean, I wasn't even there. It's still frustrating to watch.
It's easy to look. Is it subjectively when you don't have an opinion?
Me?
Objectively, yeah. No, just in general.
When it's yourself, your own opinion.
Yeah, it's easy to be objective. It was 3 years ago, and I didn't play a massive part, so it'd be interesting to see what Wayne would say if you got him on. Obviously, I think he played all but 5 minutes and had a shocker. No offense, Wayne.
He did have a shocker.
Yeah, he'd probably say things very different to me.
Anyway, we'll see second half on Friday at 12, and hopefully, we might have Joe about. We'll see.
I think about it.
Great.
Cool. Have a good lunch.
Thank you.
See you later.
Hopefully, the quality of the second half will be better. Better quality of rugby. And code Fred 15.
Code Fred 15. Get your 15% off. There I am. Hey, get it, guys. Have a good lunch, and we'll see you Friday. Bye.
See you, mate.
See ya.
One day, won't do a spinning wheel when it went.
Bye.